We need to be honest for a second. As cyclists, we are idiots. We will spend $3,000 on carbon wheels to save 40 grams. We will buy ceramic bearings to save 2 watts. We will shave our legs to save, dignity. But then we hop on the bike, and 10 miles later, our lower back is screaming, our hands are numb, and our knees are tracking like a broken shopping cart. Stop blaming the saddle. Stop blaming the stem. It's your fit. My buddy Sam at Ambassador Cycling doesn't guess. He uses technology. He uses lasers. He uses actual science to map your weird lopsided body to your bike. Because here's the truth. A $10,000 super bike that hurts to ride is just the world's most expensive coat rack. Don't guess. Get fitted. Ambassador Cycling at ambassadorcycling.com. Registration for the 24 Hours of Riverside is now open. But before you sign up, the organizers would like to remind you exactly of what you are purchasing. Your entry fee guarantees you one numbered plate that you will zip tie to your bike crookedly, 12 hours of believing you are an athlete, followed by 12 hours of believing you are dying, and the exclusive opportunity to navigate Devil's Down descent in pitch black darkness using a battery that is running out of hope. By signing your waiver, you agree to the following terms. You will question your marriage at 3 a.m. You will tell your teammates you are feeling great when you actually want to weep. You will eat a cold hot dog at dawn and believe it is the finest meal ever prepared. We provide the dirt. You provide the suffering. The 24 Hours of Riverside. We built the course. You just have to survive it. Sign up today or stay at home and sleep like a sensible person. 24hoursofriverside.com. 24hoursofriverside.com. Well, let's see if the theme plays. That was a great intro. What a great way to go live. What a super duper way. Now the theme's too quiet. Just when everything is working well, it's the Stout. It created an electronic interference in the studio.
Yeah.
See how quiet that is? Well, I'll have to pot it down every time I play a sound effect. Now I'm going to be reaching back and forth, Works, job's never done. Rhyme time. The UCI says that my bars are too thin, and my Aero Road, any Aero Road helmet is basically a sin. They've regulated speed right out the door. Good thing I was already slow in 25 and 24. That's self-deprecation. Welcome to episode 512 of the longest standing podcast on the sport of cycling, everybody. This is the one and only Pack Pillar Cycling Podcast. Think of us, as you know, post-ride beer with several friends and one asshole. I am potentially that asshole. My name is Pat Bulger. We have no Sam with us tonight. Can I have a moment of yippee? I had maybe David, but David's here. But I will say it's probably best for Sam because he doesn't exactly have a camera face these days.
No, he
what
does
I
not.
understand. Took a scope to the face.
Yep. First time he shot a gun, who knows, maybe in forever.
Well, he shouldn't have joined ICE. Tonight's prologue, in case you were wondering. Gentlemen, this is an abstract one. I don't know where this... I think I got this from the internet. Gentlemen, how many 5-year-olds do you think you could fight off in a wave-based survival mode before they eventually overwhelmed you? So a wave of 5-year-olds are coming at you. How many of them do you think you could beat until they overtook you?
Jesus. What?
Yeah.
Was your inspiration?
I think the world's coming to an end. Now, REM lied to me, by the way, because I don't feel fine. He is the biggest Gonzaga fan in the room, even though I went there. Mr. Palmain, how are you, man?
You went?
I went to Gonzaga.
Oh, yeah, I see. I thought you went to the game.
No, of course not. I'm not. I don't get to go to the games. I can't afford it. You pulled off the ticket deal of the all time.
Well, that's my brother-in-law that carries that.
But how are you, man?
Good.
How many 5-year-olds do you think you could destroy before they overtook you?
I had to do some calculation. It's between 17 and 18.
17 and 18. Mm-hmm. What makes you think that?
Well, I think you can kind of, intimidate him with, verbally and make him cry.
Oh.
So I'd probably take out about 5 or 6.
That's actually not a bad idea.
They'll probably swarm around, but if you take their heads and knock them together,
and you got to
get
take
the fear
Paris
factor,
yeah.
right? But I think eventually they come to, and then they might get a little pissed off, and so I think
Jesus,
17 or 18.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
You could, yell Santa's dead or something like that, and get him crying and stuff like that. And they're easy pickings.
You were
Ed.
adopted.
You were
stuff like
adopted. Mom and Dad don't love you.
That's right.
Look, there's a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like that. Next off, he is the biggest Seattle Seahawks fan in the room, even though I lived there. Mr. Jackson Polzer. How are you, man?
Good, thanks.
You're noticing the theme, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jackson, while I adjust audio levels once again, how many 5-year-olds could you take? And this is actually a job qualifier for you, probably.
Yeah.
If the kids revolted, how many could you take?
I'm trying to decide if I should answer this.
This is a good point. Maybe we should just pass. Do you just want to pass?
Yes. I don't think I'll verbally say it, but
Okay.
Oh, what?
Lot. He's got
As
the
somebody
techniques.
who's skilled at dealing with them, I believe,
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. He's hopefully the biggest fan of Breck Epic, even though I have the registration. Mr. David Waples. TikTok.
TikTok time is approaching.
How are you, sir? And how many 5-year-olds could you kick
Oh God.
to the curb?
Doing well. It's hard to know because I feel like, unlike Paul, my approach would just be, like, they're all going to be different speeds. So you could just run away and then, like, as they catch up to you, you could keep doing that for a long time. Because you're not having to stand still, right?
Okay.
So maybe, like, too many. It feels bad to say.
Yeah.
Too
Well,
many.
I mean, let's say they're zombied.
Yeah. Well, you should have said they were zombies.
Well, they're revolting. Are they just coming at you because
The picture's totally different in my head. At least 75.
I think
Zombie 5-year-olds for sure 75.
or gentle parenting.
Yeah.
Same thing. Zombies and that's how they become zombies.
I think after 75, I would be too tired to keep running.
75. Yeah, I kind of went there. Me, I am the biggest bike racer in the room, and that is just a flat out fact. Get it? I'm big. Yeah. I think I could take out a good 50. I would just go for it. I would dive in. I would just be like, let's dance. And I would swing away, and then eventually my shoulders would give out because they're old and tired. So I was probably on a backstroke. I'd get tackled, and then that'd be it.
Yeah, by a zombie, right?
Well,
Not a 5-year-old?
Well, I mean, let's just say there's a random virus that makes them crazy and bloodthirsty.
yeah.
Rabies.
Sure. Sure.
That would be challenging.
Yeah.
Rabies.
Yeah, that would
It's only a matter of time till somebody names their kid Cujo anyway. So,
Once we're done with this, I'll give.
Once the show's over, once we're off
I'll give
air.
my real.
He's calculating here.
You are.
Yeah.
You've been planning this. You've got
No.
an escape route.
No.
See, this
I
is
have
where
not
it gets
been.
dangerous.
We can't say that. Yeah, you're right. I can't say that.
Yeah.
I can't say that. Jackson, you are a wonderful person. You are a fine educator, and you are a calm, gentle soul.
Yeah.
We're all going to get depositions someday.
Well, shit, if it hadn't happened by now, ain't gonna happen. Gentlemen, as with all shows, I must ask, how is everybody's cycling life? Boy, the theme went fast tonight, didn't it? Wow. How's everybody's cycling life?
Good.
Good? Wow,
Yeah,
good.
great.
Okay, see you guys
Yeah.
next week.
All right.
All right.
I'm just.
So, who's training well? Jackson, you train well? How many did you get in?
Yeah, I got in as I don't know, a few here and there. I think I did all of the ones I was supposed to do. So that
Is this
would
a
be
trick
like
question? It's like all of a sudden I'm coming with you guys something out of the blue.
We're sneaky training.
It's the 5-year-old question, wasn't it? I threw you all off guard.
5. I think 5.
5?
Yeah, between last Tuesday and today.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
But I'm just kind of getting tired of staying inside. This is the weather specifically that gets me the worst.
Okay, I'm gonna jump to that here in a minute because this is where we all start to get a little quirky. Gentlemen, how's the training going?
I think it's going well. I'm finally on a rest week, which has felt good.
Are you?
Yesterday, because I was off, I got to go cross country skiing and still do the rest ride.
Wow.
And I feel like I am getting pretty fast at skate skiing, so that's pretty cool. It's like a natural transition, I feel like, from cycling. It feels very similar.
Yeah.
Like a nice burn. So it's all good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Paul, I could get to it now or something like that, but I noticed you've dropped your training platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing in this modern age? Are you going back? Are you walking to a bookshelf, pulling off a book, and just all the dust comes off of it? And it's your old training diary from 1988, and you're just going, "I'm going to do this again."
No, I still have systems until I think the 6th or 9th, must be the 9th.
Okay.
Of February. So. Now it's just kind of one of the suggestions based on what I work out.
Oh, okay.
And if it's like a structural workout, and I'll do it like some intervals like I did on yesterday, then the next day that's usually you worked out hard, so and I'll hop on the rollers and so the rollers have been my substitute. It's a lot more pleasant. I find it a lot more. I'd rather be outside still.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
but. Yeah,
I started good 3 days, solid days. All 3 of them, 4 days. 3 of them were all early morning stuff. I was getting up early. I was doing the good stuff. I was, being tough and not bragging about it or anything like that. Then life started to get in the way a little bit. It's busy time for me, and I'm 2 weeks away from a show opening, which means I'm spending a lot of time at work.
Oh, it's AFib season for you.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're going to hope that doesn't happen, because usually it's
Painting the set,
it's late January,
stress.
early February where I go, now I'm hoping it's not going to happen this year. Because have I gone a year without an ablation? I can't even remember.
2 years. You've had this for 2 years, isn't that right?
I think I'm coming on 3.
Mm-hmm. This is your 3rd.
Yeah, This would be the 3rd winter. So I have had one every year. So I'm not doing one this year.
This could be your first year without one.
This is going to be my first year without one.
Mm-hmm.
And so Saturday I got a kind of a little wuss ride in, and then my FTP updated 2.7% higher.
Hey, because you turned off your sleep thingy.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
And I figured out, I don't know if I figured it out, but I think I told you guys that my weekday workouts, it was like, let's say it's on the calendar, it's set for an hour, but I really only have a really good quality 45 minutes in the morning to kind of get through everything and get out the door until my afternoons clear out. So it wasn't letting me change that. It wasn't letting me do the alternate workouts for a while. And I don't know if that was because I was in a specific phase of the training program or what it was. And so what I had to do, and I did it today, I just erased my entire training schedule, started a new plan based upon Tour de Bloom.
Nice.
Drink. Yep.
And now it's letting me do that. But I wonder if it's because I'm in that beginning phase of a training program again. So hopefully it won't. But I don't know.
I feel like your platform is wonky.
Do you think I got the bad version?
I think they're giving you the beta from like 2011 or something.
I am Charlie motherfucking Brown. I have always been Charlie Brown. If there's somebody annoying at a concert, they sit right in front and right behind me. If something's going bad in a public venue, I'm right near it. And if something, I mean, hear that cracking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Charlie Brown.
Shit just happens to me, man.
I've not had any of the issues that you've ever had with Trainer Road.
Really?
No.
Because it just, out of nowhere, about a week ago, it just started going, nope, you can't change it. So I was like, why? What? Because so I'm basically, what I would do is I'd start a workout, and then halfway through it, I'd skip one of the intervals or something like that, or I'd skip part of my warm-up, and then afterwards, Trainer Road comes up with this screen and goes, so why'd you fail today? Looks like you couldn't finish something. What's wrong? You big boy, you can't handle it? And I'm like, no, I just didn't have the time. Okay, well, we'll just take that under advisement. Because this is the Trainer Road voice. This is what they say. Fine, man. No problem. I'll just have to tell my manager. And then the next thing I know, my FTP's down.
Maybe this is them like trying to crack down on you.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Well, if it was Flow Bikes, I would understand. But this is a new platform for me. So hopefully it'll keep working. So there we go. What was I going to ask now? Oh, okay. I asked that about Paul. Jackson, are you still in base phase or are you in intensity? Because I noticed today you did a little bit of a oomph.
Yeah.
Because I'm stalking you.
Right. Mondays, it's like VO2 max days.
Okay.
Or not Mondays, excuse me. Tuesdays it is. And then Thursdays, it's Sweet Spot. And Sundays, it's Threshold. That's
3 days.
3 days.
And then you're doing the other days are like weights and running or something like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. How do you guys charge yourself up for morning intensity? How do you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go down to your trainer and get on there, and it's like, okay, I have 5 minutes, and then I'm doing a VO2 max interval?
There's really nothing. There's really nothing that could prepare you for getting up and just doing it. You just kind of have to do it. That's all it really is.
It's like every time I do the morning ride, and I've been out of bed for exactly 25 minutes, and 20 of it I've been doing 300 watts. It just is not right. You just shouldn't do that unless you have to. Like.
Apparently, you have to.
It's a
for the
horrible way to
morning
wake
ride,
up.
Yeah.
For TMR where you're like racing people, that's why I would do it. But otherwise, I just ride in the evening.
You do?
Yeah.
I can't do evenings. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, I will be able to once the show closes. When I can leave work at 3:30 or something like that, get home at 4:35, and be able to get some time in. But right now, no. It's selfish reasons. I'm getting home at 6 o'clock ish, and I want to spend some time with my wife. I want to cook dinner. I want to do all that kind of stuff. So David's just neglecting his wife. I get it.
We just don't cook dinner. We just eat random things from the fridge.
You do?
Chocolate.
Like a 5-year-old zombie.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now I want to ask about the outside. What is it about things that would get you to go outside? Because we've been having, up until recently, not necessarily great weather, but not necessarily terrible weather. The roads are, for example, are dry right now. Mm-hmm. What's keeping everybody from going out? Is it your schedule? Is it you just don't want to dig out all the clothes? Paul, I know you have an issue with your hands. Do you? Is it just?
Well, I mean, I had been going out. It must have been last weekend or I can't remember. I had a day off, and I looked, and it was beautiful. But I had things to do around the house.
Okay.
Or actually obligations that I had to, not so much around the house, but which was a bummer. And then time goes on, and you think you can get it out. But my wife has a problem because of my age that me going out if it's around freezing.
Oh.
And there is some, it doesn't matter if the sun's hitting and stuff, there is going to be some ice patches or slippery patches.
That's fair.
And I have in the past, she didn't want me to break a hip. Because then,
It's
you
the
know,
hip.
what happens at my age,
Does the
then next thing
mortality
you know,
goes up?
yeah, absolutely.
We're talking about
So-
mortality all of a sudden.
Yep, all of a sudden. Not a problem in my 50s. You hit those 60s and
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Jackson, what's keeping you from going? Now you are running. You are running outside.
I am. It's way different though. You get a lot warmer when you're out running. Like you can run in shorts and you'll still, keep a regular body temperature. It's very true. But it's so cold right now. Today felt like I was never going to feel warm.
Yeah.
Ever again. That's what's keeping me from doing it. Once it maybe reaches 40-ish, that's when I will start to think about it. I saw a week from Thursday, we're seeing 47.
Yeah.
So I think we in Spokane go up, and then we go back down, and then we go up again, and I'm hoping this up stays.
Dude, no.
It won't. Well, February is one of those months where we get like weirdly warm, and then beginning of March is pretty
It's
cold.
horrible. Yeah.
And then it's spring. So
Yeah.
we're getting close. We are actually getting weirdly close. I think, what did Maria sent me the other day? She's like 9 weeks until like the outside feels like this, and it was like warm winds and like the birds chirping. That's not a long time.
No.
So that's the only thing getting me through realistically right now.
Yeah.
I think
That's really optimistic. I like that. But
Only
I
9
just
weeks,
Like, 9 weeks is 2 months plus.
But that's short term. That's a short term follow up for me. Like I've been looking. I'll tell people like we need to have you come back in within 1 to 2 months because that's like a quick follow up. And I'm looking. I'm like freaking March, man. We'll be outdoors by then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ski season will be over.
February should be pretty warm for me.
Yeah.
The end of February.
Well, that's
It's all right to rub it in.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 70s, 80s. So,
Sure.
yeah.
God.
It'll be 50s.
It was 81 today down there at the desert.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jackson, you stopped skiing a while ago. You know, we were downhill skiers as a family for a long time, and you stopped. And I'm assuming, as you once said, it was because you just didn't like being cold all day.
No, if you really think about the essence of what skiing is,
Here it comes.
it's you go down in cold wind and possibility of falling in cold snow. And then you go back up and you sit and you don't move for 15 minutes maybe, going up a chairlift. Mind you, the chairlift is cutting off the circulation to all your feet. So your feet get cold, your body gets cold, and then you're at the top of a mountain, which is cold. I don't think I
cold.
need, I don't think I need to go any further.
Okay,
What's
so
the point?
but as I do believe you gave me a really long answer to the point that I said you quit because it was cold.
Yeah, but I think that there's an explanation behind why I don't like the cold.
Okay. Why are you so sensitive? Is it the redneck thing
No,
from
it's
last
the
week?
cold. The cold has been on me all day. I've been so cold
The
today.
Seahawks won, Jackson. Be happy.
I've got so much anxiety about this weekend, though.
If Sam was here, he would tell you about how we had to do push-ups for their score every time they
Oh, really?
You know, so with his friend. It was
Was that this weekend?
so we ended up
That
doing
sucks.
160 push-ups or something. For Sam and I, that was the most we've done in 3 years combined.
Yeah.
And I know I've asked this one before, but if somebody handed you a fat bike today, would you use it? Why or why not?
No.
Oh,
Nobody would.
no.
Really?
No.
I'd use the shit out of it.
They're stupid.
Say no
just-
more.
Yeah.
You were 8 pounds of pressure and just you might as well be doing a gravel ride.
But it,
You're going that slow.
No, it's a way worse than that.
Yeah.
Like you can't get going and like feeling a rhythm at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
but that's not the point. I mean, it's just getting outside and going for a ride, right?
I move faster when I'm running.
Yeah, and that's I'd rather run.
Yeah.
Be honest with you, I'd rather run than ride a fat bike.
Wow.
And I've ridden fat bikes. I'm like, what? The only time they're halfway fun is you're in a group and you're doing bumper bikes in deep snow, and that's it.
Hit the
And
shit
because
out of
you
each other.
giggle, you know,
Yeah.
until somebody gets a handlebar in the side of their temple. And then-
And you gotta explain why Randy's
yeah,
dead.
yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
I do believe we're on the pessimistic side today. David, you wouldn't do it? Even with your cross-country endeavors, you wouldn't just go up and take a fat bike and pedal around?
No,
Screw up all the tracks?
definitely not.
Right.
Do they even sell them? Or are they even a thing
Fat bikes?
anymore?
Yes, of course they're a
sell 'em.
thing.
I'm telling you guys, skate
Good
skiing
question.
is you know, it feels similar. You know, you can go probably as fast as a fat bike, but it doesn't feel stupid.
Yeah.
So
Whoa. All right. For the fat bike enthusiasts, you can forward the emails to me. I will send them correspondingly to whomever pissed you off at this particular point in time. Because I'm a supporter. I would buy one. I wouldn't buy one. I would ride one if somebody gave me one. Of course I would.
Mm-hmm.
If I had an unlimited amount of funds, if the lottery came through, if suddenly podcasting became a huge monetary endeavor, I would buy a fat bike.
I still would not.
You still would not.
Me either.
But in what order? You know? Like if there were a plethora of bikes put in front of you with varying degrees of, like you could do mountain bike, road bike, gravel bike, fat bike. You know that that's not coming first.
No, it wouldn't come first. I'm not saying it's my favorite, but I'm saying it would end up in my stable.
Sure.
So what? You launch something off here because. So what would determine you? Like for me, when I had a mountain bike in the snow and stuff. That's when I took it out. It became fun and it was a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to handle your bike. You hit icy patches, that type of thing. Why wouldn't you just take your mountain bike? Why do you need a fat bike that just sits to the big balloon tire? Just
It's because it gets through a lot of the stuff that the mountain bike can't get through. It does. It's
like where are you going that you have?
Riverside State Park.
out on the trails.
I bet you that's cut. Those trails are cut from people hiking and everything.
Sure,
You don't
I'm
need that
not
crap.
saying now. I'm saying regularly.
No.
I'm saying during
in
the
a fresh
winter.
snow, in a fresh snow.
Sure.
And so you would buy a bike for only fresh snow because within a weekend
when it's
the
perfect
trail would
powder.
cut. Yeah, exactly.
There are people who buy bikes for just short time trials every year. So
Yeah.
don't even go there.
What about one of those downhill ski thingies? Have you guys seen those? The mountain bike.
Are you
ski?
trying to change the
those
subject
are
because you
fun.
think we're getting upset?
Well, I'm just
Because
saying,
fat bikes
Are
are
you?
boring.
Are you?
I would be more likely
Are
to
you
buy
the
one
kid
of
in the
those.
corner going, "Mom, Dad, stop fighting"?
I would be more likely to buy one of those than a fat. Like that looks like it could be fun. You know what I'm
Fat
talking about?
bike is fun.
The
I know
ones
they
with
are
the
fun.
skis on the front and everything, like this, in a fork and like.
It's not a bike.
Yeah, there's no pedaling. It's basically.
It's try
Just like-
sledding.
Yeah.
It's a sled.
That'd be more fun
sled.
than a fat bike.
Jesus Christ. I can't win with you guys. I fucking quit. I quit. I can't quit. Do you guys, we're going to jump to some news headlines tonight with a mention from our friends at, and this ad will play on the recorded version at the top of the spot, top of the show, from our friends at the 24-Hour Riverside. Hey, as you guys know, the 24 Hours of Riverside is coming up on Memorial Day weekend. Yes, Memorial Day weekend this year, and you can check out all the information on how to get involved. It's the most fun you can have, riding and sleeping in the dirt and maybe drinking beer or something like that. And it is a great time. It's a great fun. We're going to hopefully cap out all of our entrants this year. So get there, get early, 24hoursofriverside.com, and you can be a part of the event. David, you going to do it this year?
Absolutely, one of my favorite races of the year.
Oh, bless your heart.
I mean that. Okay, it's not because we're friends.
Oh, really?
I do. It's one of my
Because
favorite
you're not
events.
friends?
No, because we're not friends. It's
We're
one
not.
of my favorite events of the year. Though.
I get that.
I have talked about the value there. I don't want to reiterate it, but for the cost, it is a really good value. Free meals,
All the food, stuff like that. Food trucks, baby.
a full
Free
weekend
food
of
trucks.
a full weekend of something to do, somewhere to sleep.
Yeah.
On the dirt, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And I agree. Thank you very much. First news headline, the Red Bull ecosystem. You like that? Ecosystem. First up, in the World Tour, Red Bull Hansgrohe has officially assembled the most expensive dysfunction in cycling history. Remco Evenepoel has arrived, and he's made it very clear that he's the captain now. Unless you're telling that to Primož Roglic, who is currently staring at a wall, wondering how many Grand Tours he has to win before people stop treating him like the stepdad in a made-for-TV movie. They're calling it a super team, but let's be honest, this is the Real Housewives of the Peloton when we get to the drama. I'm thinking that's going to be happening this year. How long until we see Remco attack Primož? Does anybody have a guess on terms of how long that's going to happen? And then my second question is, how long until we see Primož realize that this is bullshit and he's either going to hang it up or transfer teams?
Are they riding any Grand Tours together this year?
I don't know.
I
don't
know
think
that
they've declared it.
Primož says that he wants to do the Vuelta and that's his focus.
Mm.
And I don't think that's on Evenepoel's deal.
Yeah.
So I bet you they don't cross horns.
Yeah.
And I think Primož would be willing to do what he did last year in the Tour.
Mm-hmm.
That I'll give it a try. What the heck?
But he dropped out, right? Yeah.
No, he just
was it
kinda
last
hung
year that
back.
he dropped out?
Yeah, he just
Oh, I keep
hang
thinking, I'm
back and he
getting my
didn't do
ears mixed up.
Yeah.
Now, add into that fact, we've got Florian Lipowitz. Does he even exist in the equation now? Or has he just been taking a step down the ladder and all of a sudden he's going, okay, I'm shagging water bottles for the season?
See, I think that's the rider to watch when it comes to transferring teams. I think Primož is a little bit, I mean, he's not really that old, but I think his career is a little bit more long in the tooth than, say, Remco's or Lipovitz is. And I think that what they're going to look at is, what he'll look at is the fact that they just brought in the super expensive signing of Remco Evenepoel. I'm worthy enough to be focused on what team could I go to and be the main guy. I think that's what will eventually happen. I think Primož will probably just say, I'll be, the mentor to the mentor to Remco. I'll calm him down a little bit and then get the hell out of here.
Because I was going to say mentor. I mean, it's not like Remco needs somebody to tell him what to do. But now when you mentioned to calm him down, that can tend to be Remco's.
Yeah, and I think if
Achilles heel.
anybody's calm in when it comes to the media, I think it's Primoz. He never really.
He didn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't really put a foot wrong when it comes to that stuff, and I think that Remco could use a guy like that who's experienced as he is. So I think that'll be the mentoring that he needs.
Did you guys see the recent photo shoot for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe? They are all wearing suit jackets and slacks with their Red Bull jerseys underneath. It's an interesting look. I mean, think of wearing any cycling kit underneath a business kind of suit designer. Yeah, right? Okay, good. If you're a race director, how do you handle that? How do you handle, we've seen this since, as far as I can recall, in my cycling years, we've seen this since the Renault days with Bernard Hinault and Laurent Fignon. And then we've seen it with Bernard Hinault and Greg LeMond. And then we've seen it with, insert name of super teams ever since then. How do you handle these potential characters? We see it in all sports. I mean, you see it in, I'm sure, what's his name? Coach of the Chicago Bulls had to deal with it on a consistent basis. How do you handle fragile, elite, highly paid athletes?
Are we sure that Red Bull's not going for the whole no press is bad press standpoint? So who really cares if it's a drama?
Well, the problem is drama leads to upset egos and unnecessary fatigue and mental breakdowns and tactical flaws in larger races. Where you have something like UAE, where a lot of those riders have risen through the ranks and they've either realized that they are going to be working for Tade or they jump ship. They don't jump to another larger team with larger conglomerate of people. Or you have something such as what I consider Quick-Step to have been, where it's a classic specialist team where you've got riders who are chosen for individual days and individual events, not something like an all-year protect this rider at all costs.
I'm really thinking about it right now. This is a German team, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like a German-led team would really let a lot of shit, go on. They're going to be pretty straightforward and to the point. So,
do what I say or the beatings will resume.
So part of me, I mean, all jokes aside, I do kind of wonder if that's just going to if that's how it's going to be. I wonder if the drama was really with Quick-Step and that Remco had more of an issue with them and they hadn't it was never good.
Okay.
And so I wonder if this is going to be better.
You don't think anything's going to rise throughout the season?
I think Remco is a little bit testy when it comes to high pressure situations, so he'll probably say something where he puts his foot in his mouth. But I don't know if it'll really be as bad as Quick-Step.
Okay. I mean, Primoz left that environment at then Jumbo-Visma. I mean, there were multiple dominant riders on that team, and he left and went to Red Bull. And now, you wonder if in the back of his mind, when he's sitting at home with nobody but his wife and he's watching the news, he throws his beer bottle across the room and he goes, "God damn it! This was my place. This was my team. And they brought this young punk on. Honey, and my girl." It's death of a salesman in the cycling world is what it is. Yeah. He's being replaced. Okay, you guys are looking at me like I'm on crack. Story number 2, Tour Down Under has begun. In case you didn't know, we have a controversy that hits close to home for anybody who's ever forgotten their kid on race day. Did you guys see the prologue happened yesterday?
I watched the highlights. I didn't watch it. So
Ineos rider Sam Watson won the prologue wearing unbranded black bibs. Apparently, the UCI didn't approve the team kit in time. Or Sam just wanted to not look like a rolling creamsicle or something like that. But interesting concept that, first of all, well done on the win. But second of all, on the fact that here we've got UCI who's constantly on top of things, measuring sock height, all those types of things. And yet there was no approval process for the kit in time. The jersey was approved, but the shorts were not. Or something along those lines. I just find bizarre that in a season opener that those boxes all weren't checked. I mean, I don't necessarily expect anything to come back from you guys on that, but I just find it a really bizarre thing to see. And now,
Well, they have quite the restriction of what your jersey has to look like.
Yeah.
And that was the big thwarting of EF. Remember, they had that pink jersey with red lines, so showing those red lines are measurements. UCI about where this had to be, and they couldn't be this wide and that type of thing. So I don't know about the shorts. I'm thinking, what could it be? Maybe it needs to go through a wet test to make sure testicles aren't hanging out.
Yeah,
or something.
exactly. Yeah, you don't see it. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sure there's links.
I'd have to look up an image, a graphic of the race to see if he was truly in a new jersey, because it's a prologue. It's not like he did it in jersey and shorts. It was probably
shorts, but it looked like it said
a TT.
I watched it today. It was the exact same kit, barring the
as
shorts.
last year.
No, it was the exact same jersey, just black shorts, and it was a skin suit too.
Yeah.
You could tell by how it was cut.
One would hope, winning, at that level, you're not going to be, just put this on. It's fine. Jersey flaps a little bit, but you'll be good. Okay, was I the only one happy to see the black shorts? I saw it immediately this morning and went, oh, thank God. Maybe they're just going to, maybe they were kidding.
I just don't know how the off-white shorts are going to pan out.
It's going to be bad.
Especially the spring classics.
They got to triple layer those bad boys.
I know it.
Yeah.
And it's
going to be like a microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweaty balls.
Yeah.
What's the ugliest team kit? Have any of you guys? We are currently in midnight blue shorts. Have you guys ridden any other colored shorts in a team kit other than black?
No.
Nobody
I don't
has?
think so. No.
You did.
I did. I was on was I on that team really?
You got a kit.
I bought the kit. Yeah.
You raced a couple of races in the kit, right?
I think so. Locally.
I know
never
CP
anything
did,
major.
too.
Yeah.
What was this?
Saturn of Bellevue.
Yeah. It was K2 Saturn.
Yeah.
White shorts?
No, red.
Hey.
Red.
And they were
Still
thin,
not white.
Thin red.
Oh.
Yeah, it was not pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you dribbled a little bit, they saw your religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your black curlies. So.
Oh, let's move on. Matthew Vanderpool versus Boredom in cyclocross news. MVDP won the Benidorm World Cup. Next headline, shocker. In other news, water is wet and my back hurts. And he's so much better than everybody else that he's actually getting bored. He's out there bunny hopping barriers and high-fiving the crowd. The rest of the field is hyperventilating in the mud. He even told reporters he could beat Sprinter. Did you guys hear this? He trash-talked Jasper Philipsen on a cross course while lapping him. He's actually just having fun out there now. At this point, UC needs to step in or something like that. They should make him ride a fat bike and see what he can do.
He did. He had a 3.5 hour, a close to 3.5 hour train ride before that race. He didn't even plan on doing that race, but then he thought, hey, what the heck? 3+ hours, and then did that race.
I didn't watch the race. I have to confess, I did not watch the race.
It was kind of interesting.
How far was he ahead?
He took off, I think, after lap 1. So De Grasso kind of led everything, and they were kind of sprawled out because it was fast. And he went around on lap 1, right at the line, and just pulled away, and that was it. And it was like the race was the only thing worth watching is second, third, fourth.
Really?
That was kind of interesting.
How is everybody else so much worse?
That's a great
But
question.
these guys,
Is it technical skill? Is it just sheer gift and power and strength?
It's gift and pigeon pie.
Pigeon pie?
His dad, Andre, got busted for strict.
Was it his dad? I thought it was
arsenic. Yeah, it was his dad, Andre.
Okay.
Vanderpool. Got busted for arsenic, and that they used to use that as in some way or form, and it's a banned drug.
Arsenic?
Yeah, I think it was arsenic. It's not. Yeah.
Wow.
And so he said his. And I'm going off a long memory because we made a big joke about it.
Yeah.
But he said that he had pigeon pie from his father-in-law, who was Poo-Poo, who raised pigeons, homing pigeons, race pigeons, and
Audrey Vanderpool, not Andre.
Andre.
Audrey. Yeah.
Audrey
Yeah.
Vanderpool.
Yeah.
So
I was
anyway,
trying to remember his first name.
So anyway, So that's what his claim was, why he popped positive for illegal drugs.
Don't eat the pigeon pie, man.
Yep.
Don't eat the pigeon pie.
So the recipe is going down.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
got arsenic.
Yeah.
I would like that recipe.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what that.
Who thinks Jasper Philipsen could have held on before being lapped?
Why was he in that race?
He wasn't. That's the joke. He was trash talking.
Oh, I saw that he was trash talking. I didn't realize he was actually in it. No, there's no way.
You don't think he would lap Jasper Philipsen?
I don't know how good of a
no,
crosser
there's
he
no
is.
way.
I don't know.
could
He
hold
might
on.
not be a good crosser, but don't you? Is it all technical, or does at some point in time just raw strength?
Well, it depends on the course, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the sand section in there was a joke on that one because the previous races and everything, there was a groove that it didn't do anything. And when you have a sand,
They all just stuck in the trench.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then the trench was like you could have taken a stupid fucking fat bike through it. It was so bad. So that was for you. So,
The title will be something to do with fat bikes.
yeah. So, yeah, and it didn't do anything. So, some of it, there's stairs that had to dismount.
Yeah.
There was an uphill. The barriers were slightly uphill, but it only gave, I think I saw, Tunards crash on the first or second lap. He kind of misjudged it, but
Oh.
as a general rule, it really didn't have. It was all out. I think he's fired up. That guy, Matthew is like above where he's been before.
Is this boring? Yes. Can we admit it's boring? Okay, you guys won't say Tadej Pogacar crushing is boring, but you will say Mathieu van der Poel is boring?
Well, it's a different sport altogether because to me, cross is like, I mean, it's an hour long and it's just like, well, there he goes. And you're just watching one guy. So in road bikes, it's all a matter because of the endurance factor that, you saw Tadej at Worlds when the wheels were coming off. And same with Strade Bianca when he finally caught up. I mean, there is something that could happen, but
it's not even Tadej's not dominating road the way that he's dominating cross either.
Yeah, absolutely. Was
I
it
mean,
16
every
straight
single
cross
race
races that he's raced?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying Tadej's not dominating, but it's different. Like he can be beat in certain instances, but apparently Matthew cannot at cross.
I agree.
Yeah.
To me, it has encroached upon boredom.
Mm-hmm.
It has. If Matthew's there, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, don't need to watch, or I'll watch while I'm on the trainer instead of staring at a, blue line on trainer road. So I was watching the background while I'm multitasking and listening to something else and doing my taxes. Okay, there we go. There is our cyclocross update, and apparently we hate anything but road bikes on this podcast because you guys bash fat bikes.
I'll watch
cross.
I'll watch cross, and I have watched everything that I can.
Well, we'll see how this story goes then. Leadville bans drop bars.
All right,
Did hear about
I'm outta here.
Tragedy has struck the gravel community, everybody. So much for the spirit of gravel. Level 100 is officially banned drop bars. You have to ride a mountain bike at a mountain bike race. Blow to roadies who were hoping to underbike their way to glory while complaining about their wrists for 6 hours. So an interesting concept by the people involved in Leadville, basically stating that this is a mountain bike race and mountain bikes are what we shall ride. As somebody who has participated in Leadville, I will say that there are a lot of road sections. There are a lot of not gravel, but double track type of road sections that would work really well for drop bar gravel bike. But that's just my personal opinion. So the spirit of gravel is not dead. It's just been forced to install flat bars and suspension. Are we finally ready to admit that races like this is just 1990s mountain bikes with better marketing and expensive coffee?
Well, no, because I think that this is... I read something recently that this is actually a very different situation altogether. Not just it's cool to do it, but it's also become a...
I heard your headphones stretch. Jesus H. Tap dancing Christ. Go ahead, Jackson.
It's become a thing where, say, the average the average Joe is trying to put drop bars on their mountain bike.
Yeah.
And to do that, you actually need a smaller frame. You need a bunch of different components to do it that aren't typically on a road bike or on a mountain bike. And so the cost of that alone is pretty crazy. And so that is a strong reason as to why they got rid of it.
Did you see Pinarello just came out with a drop
They did.
bar?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect timing.
Well, we're tapping on to what my segment is, but I think that the whole spirited gravel type of deal. Now, Leadville was on its own, and Lifetime purchased all that to have a series. This is what happens when you try and make big events. Pretty soon, people are trying to, and there's money involved. Things are going to go crazy until you lay down the firm law. And that's what the UCI does, and people get upset because, they're not allowing that we could have faster bikes, blah, blah, blah. It just gets crazy if you don't. It's going to turn into a triathlon. If you don't have these rules, and I applaud it. I applaud. If it is a mountain bike ride, then they should
There's a
have
podium.
mountain
It's a
bike.
race.
Yeah, and cross should have cross bikes, no wider than, what is it, 33, 35?
32, 35.
35.
But I mean, we ran into this year with the Riverside race, local, obviously comparison. But like they didn't specify it was a gravel race, but you could do whatever you wanted. And at the end of the day, I do think there was advantages for that particular day if you chose the right equipment, because of the trail conditions. And that is a little bit less like it's. I think it's better when there's some standardized, like you have to be close in terms of what you're racing, and then it really comes down to the the rider and their fitness and their tactics, rather than like, oh, you just picked a mountain bike on a better day than everybody else who was on a gravel bike. So I think it's I think you should have, in a mountain bike race, you should have a mountain bike, and in a gravel.
I still keep going back to John Tomac. In the mountain bike racing days, back when mountain bikes were on 26-inch wheels, everything like that, Tom went and spent a European campaign on the road. He came back to mountain biking, and he put drop bars on his mountain bike. Nobody blinked. Nobody gave a shit. They're like, well, dude, I guess if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Wherever you put your hands, how does where you put your hands justify? I mean, Jackson, as you're saying, is it the design of the bike itself that makes it an unfair advantage? Is it an aerodynamic drop?
I think what this is really boiling down to is that it doesn't matter about the advantage. I think what it's trickling down to people who can't handle a drop bar bike. Okay. A drop bar mountain bike. Mind you, this isn't a gravel bike. This is a drop bars on a regular mountain bike, and that handles weird. It's not how you'd think a mountain bike would handle. It's not how you think a gravel bike would handle. It's uncomfortable. And we are influencing, or not we, they are influencing people who can't handle these bikes to handle these bikes. And I think that's where the problem really lies.
They're going by the safety route.
Yes.
Excuse. Kind of like the same they did with the puppy paws and with the Super Tuck.
Because I think they're still trying to keep that spirit of gravel, in that this is a race where, or not spirit of gravel, but spirit of, whatever the hell this
mountain
is.
Mountain biking. Yeah.
That anybody can really go to it that gets in the raffle, right? Mm-hmm. And so some guy who's 70 years old who hasn't really been riding their mountain bike looks at Keegan Swenson and goes, I should do that. No, he shouldn't. And so I think they're just eliminating the problem altogether, just so no one gets hurt and no one has to can't spend the money to buy another frame, and they might not be doing it correctly either.
I would love to agree with you, but the pessimist in me is just going, if they found a way to market and sell drop bar mountain bikes, this ban would never happen.
I also
if
think
they were trying to protect an event and its purity and its ethos and whatever that is, that's another realm altogether.
Yeah, I also think though that if it was really that advantageous, Kate Courtney wouldn't have won last year.
Yeah, she went on flat bars.
Yeah,
yep.
She crushed
and she
on flat
broke
bars.
a record too.
Yeah. And she'll do it again this year.
Do you think, to your point, that maybe the reason that they're doing it is because it's not good for sponsors when people are riding, jerry-rigged bikes and they want them on like a complete mountain bike.
Industry,
No.
you're saying industry.
Industry doesn't want this because
The industry wants to sell a brand new version of every single bike out there.
Yeah, so
I don't think it's an industry thing. I think if the industry could find a way to sell, just as we were talking about this fat bike thing, a Pinarello. If industry could find a way to sell me a brand new bike, but this one has drop bars, it's just like a brand new phone that comes out. It's like, wait, this one's blue.
Right.
I got to get the blue one.
if that existed, they probably wouldn't ban it.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I agree. And so maybe that, similar to that, they were feeling the pressure from industry to not allow people to ride a jerry-rigged bike, and they would rather encourage you to ride the fastest mountain bike, so that people are, you know, purchasing and spending their money.
Because I've seen in a lot of cases when these pros do it, they're not doing it through their sponsors. They're having to buy their own extra equipment to add on there. And I don't think that is probably also what sponsors would love to see.
That
either.
doesn't sell bikes.
No.
Right? Like if you see somebody win on a
sells handlebars.
Yeah, sure.
It does.
But it doesn't sell bikes.
No.
And the funny thing is on my next story, Pinarello just launched a drop bar mountain bike. Yep. There we go.
They're losing their identity a little bit.
Pinarello?
I think it's in the name of Pitcock.
Yeah. And I think that's where they are.
Dentists everywhere want to ride drop bar mountain bikes.
But that's what I mean, though. And like they are losing their identity a little bit. I feel like for the longest time they were this like high end, exclusive,
pure road
Italian race company. And now they're getting everything's getting a little muddled, and nothing really feels like it was before. And it's kind of getting a little confusing, I find.
It's the new owner. He bought it out like 3-4 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
So
I think
he's the one that owns the team that we knew, and he had Pitcock, who's been always. I mean, they didn't have a cross bike. They actually made a cross bike for him.
Yeah,
and so he's his marketing tool.
And I think this is the first bike with Pinarello that they have made that's off-road oriented that I've been like, this doesn't really feel like they did this. This doesn't feel like their idea. This feels like somebody came in and was like, hey, I'm 15 and let's make a bike.
Yeah. I also think it's catering to the average Pinarello buyer who has majorly disposable income.
Yeah.
And is willing
what was the price, like 8,000?
I don't have the
8,500 or something like that for that.
That's nuts. So. Speaking of nuts, have you guys seen Van Rysel has come out with some interesting designs over time here, and I'm going to put this up onto the big screen so you guys can see and critique your way through not vomiting. Oh, that's a great fucking photo. Are you kidding me?
I think it was bigger on your screen.
It was bigger on my screen. What the hell?
The little zoomy anything.
Where's the zoomy anything? Where's my cursor?
The magnifying.
Where's my cursor?
There
it
go.
is. Jeez. Somebody show me how to do bikes. Can I go big now?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Nice.
That's the first picture.
Yeah.
For those of you looking.
Are you going to show the shoes too?
I am going to show the shoes too.
Nice.
That is the first one. And you notice the design is very Formula One-ish. It looks like, I think I wrote earlier, drop bar bike that looks like it was designed by a 12-year-old on a sugar high with a PlayStation controller.
Well, it doesn't even have drop bars.
It doesn't even have bars, does it?
Yeah, it does. You
it
just
does.
don't see it in that picture.
I think I've got those on my other photo.
It's set up. It's a bar that goes across where you would be on your hood.
See if I can bring this one over without having to zoom in. Yeah, I got to zoom in. There. And then I got to go wide again. Yeah, how about that, boys and girls? Tell me that doesn't look like a video game controller.
That is dumb. There's no drop.
There's no drop.
No.
This
is a concept bike. It's just to like what could happen.
Yeah.
So it's not a real deal thing. So
you know how
like car companies always have concept whatever.
Yeah.
Cars, and they're like the future.
Yeah.
Rarely do they pan out.
Okay, you do your thing, and then I've got
insane.
to say what I'll say.
Ladies and gentlemen, it also comes with what they call wireless shoes, which means you can actually control the retention of the shoe from your bars. So if you need to reach over and grab that BOA and lace up, you can do that. No. There's a button to do that now. And I guess the connection to the pedal.
It is the pedal. That is the pedal. It just clips into the bike.
So so imagine walking around, Jackson. Is this on the screen?
It has.
That's the pedal, or that's the
whole
shoe.
Because if you turn it around, there is a pedal spindle that is connected to it.
I don't think I have that shot.
Like the instep of it.
Yeah, I don't. I just have.
Does the shoe
like the Aerolite?
Yeah. Looks like a clog that was made backwards. It looks
like
terrible.
As much heel as toe.
Yeah.
Well, you have to make room for the electronics. So you
imagine
I'm
walking
sure
through
it's
the
cheap if you crash on that.
Yeah, I imagine walking through the coffee shop on those buggers. You're doing 2.5 with a full gainer before you get to your macchiato. That is just a terrible, terrible design. So I guess my only question was this about how far is too far when we come to technology? Are we getting to the point where the bike has been perfected? Are we getting to the point where cycling technology, we're good? Or will the industry never let us free? Are we trapped in this for the remainder of our days? That it's going to just keep going. They need to find a way to sell us something bigger and better.
Well, we don't have to do my segment because that's what.
Oh, well, never mind. Okay, then never mind. Because I was going to jump to segment six.
That's all right.
Next,
then you can chime in.
Can I have one comment on this? Then?
Yeah.
You know when you're eating and your parents, like you don't eat all your food and your parents look at you and go, "They're starving children."
Yeah.
This reminds me of that. They spent all that research and development, all that money. There are people starving.
Well, McLaren's making, $1 million cars.
Exactly. There are people starving. What's the point?
In fact,
who wants to spend $1 million?
I think it was called the P1. That was a concept car that they actually put in production.
Wow.
Yeah. There's several cars, like even the Audi TT was a concept car, I believe.
Well,
and it turned out. So sometimes they come to fruition, but I don't see that. But anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna so
they don't have anything like this in a fat bike. I might be interested in it. So.
Yes.
We might as well just jump straight to our segments then, because Paul's got it. And is this I didn't steal too much of your thunder?
No, I mean it's a good segue, I guess, and then we can all chime in what I have to say.
Well, there we go. We'll let's do our changing time segment with Paul Main. And at this time it's entitled "It Is About the Bike," and I swear I don't try to steal your thunder.
No, I know.
I think we just think
it's
too much
minds.
alike. Yeah,
There
exactly. Yeah. So what do you got
Jackson
for us?
looked at us like, yeah,
More like,
Friggin' idiots.
more like women seeking their periods.
exactly, just like that.
You're pretty witty for a guy drinking NAs.
Yeah.
Your menopause is sinking up.
Menopause. Yeah, I give you that. What you got, Paul?
So yeah, it was triggered by Leadville saying straight bars, and there's a lot of people having problems with this, and just like we discussed, should they or not? And to me, I thought TT bikes, when the funny bikes when they came out, I thought they were so cool, and I really wanted one, and they were. It just got to the point where I love watching TTs, watching the disc, hearing the disc wheel, everything about TTs alike. Today, I have no interest watching a TT, and that's why I didn't really follow that much of.
I didn't.
And
watch
even
it.
though they had drop bars because they had to use their road bikes because it's too expensive to transfer all these TT bikes all the way halfway around the world. That's the whole purpose of that. And it's like the helmets look stupid. It's like these whole things that the UCI gets bashed for. It's like we could be a lot faster and we'd have better equipment if the UCI would stop getting in the way. But road cycling was the very first racing. It was a road bike. So I mean, the first established was I think it was Liège Spa Liège instead of Bastogne. But I'd like to keep that in its lane, and I do appreciate. I just watched Paris-Roubaix, where, like in the 80s, it was 88 when Dirk de Mol won. I'm like,
Oh,
there isn't one piece of bike on that bike that's used today. Aluminum bars, deep drop bars. They're not even the same. Quill stems, tubulars. No one runs tubulars anymore. Boxed.
I do.
Boxed rims. Friction down tube shifters.
Mm-hmm.
They had some index, but it was down tube shifters.
Disc brakes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, there's the other one. Brakes. Some were still on toe clips and straps. It's completely even the change. We were going wider on the bars. There wasn't narrow turned in. Bro, that thing. So,
Whatever happened?
But watching that and then watching like several years later when the bikes have already evolved and I'm thinking really the focus should be on the rider and not so much the bike. I understand the bike is the glamour, the jewelry to a rider to me. But that, like changing my bike when I put on that E-Tap, it's not going to make me any faster. It is not going to make me, even if I had disc brakes. Yeah, I could stop sooner.
Make you slower. Yeah. Slower, faster.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And in the famous words of Jim Ingram, who used to be the head of Campanola USA back in the 80s, he said, because people were saying those Delta brakes don't stop, and he goes, you just tell me what race you win when you stop. Who wins a race stopping? So, but there's obvious reason. But I think that there's, you look at TT bikes now, teams in the lower tier of World Tour, and I've mentioned this before, those guys are just getting whatever they can get, and they're losing major. They don't even have a prayer when it comes to time trials. I don't want to see that happen to the road bikes too.
Yeah.
I think we do need these standards. We do need that dogmatic ruling of UCI. I mean, they get a bad rap, but they do make some bad decisions. And I'm going to throw this in here because I was thinking about disc brakes, and because it's rinse free in my head. But anyway, I was just thinking about. I had a friend say to me, when they're all disc brakes, you watch, crashes will actually drop. I bet you by half. They haven't.
No.
It's worse. And it's not because of disc brakes, but that's...
You think it's because people are braking later?
No,
or they're
I
just
think,
panicking and grabbing?
No,
when somebody
I think
starts to wobble?
it's just the nature of racing.
Yeah.
We've gotten faster. We make these bikes faster. That is what it is. And I've heard several guys, even older guys and newer guys in the peloton, they're saying, now the majority of the races are racer errors, people taking chances. And that's what it's coming down to. So making all these and instead of crashing at 25 miles an hour, they're crashing at 35 miles an hour. And that is a major, you run against, you've increased that speed on impact. It's going to be way worse.
Yeah, you hit a guardrail at 35, it's going to be a lot worse.
25, you're going to do some damage. 35, you guaranteed you're going to do damage.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope we do. Kudos to Leadville for doing that and keeping it a true thing. And let's stay in our lanes.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you got it. Everybody's going to be pissed at Paul.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger. Jackson, you got something for us?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do the cool down with Jackson Bulger. Soon to have a sponsor, hopefully. We're getting really close to that one. I don't want to spoil it. What do you got for us on the cool down?
So, if for those of you paying attention, I'm sure David might have seen it. But yesterday,
David doesn't pay attention.
Well, I just bet he did. I bet he did. Yesterday was announced our local race series dates.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did see
I
that.
pay attention to some things.
Yeah, there you go.
April 16th.
Yeah, first day. I have one question. How'd that make you feel?
Let's go.
That's your question for tonight.
Because
huh?
I think the impending
Doom?
race season, race season coming along makes people feel a lot of different ways. It makes people feel nervous. It makes people feel excited. It makes people feel sad that the training season's over.
Oh,
But I don't know. I'm just interested to hear what you guys how you guys feel, what you guys think of it coming this year. Paul, how do you feel?
That I always look for that. I always, in fact, for the last month, I've been going through all the different sites and seeing who's on the calendar and that type of thing. It is, I'm anxious to do it, and then it feels like things are going around. And that's going to be outside of 9 weeks. We'll hear chirping birds and warm winds.
Yeah.
So
There we go.
got that. Something to look forward to. It's going to come faster than we think.
It will.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I love
So did my
when things
50s.
pop up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Came on
63 here,
fucking
bud.
bastard.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Jesus.
David, how are you feeling about it coming up?
I get jazzed. And I think we talked earlier about like keeping yourself motivated through the winter. I mean, it finally, like, I feel like I can see a finish line where I'm like, yeah, it sucks right now, but races are almost here, and then you don't have to do it anymore. You just race and you'll be fit. And that's what, I mean, I just get excited every new race they announce. I've been checking the Tour de Bloom website like every few days, trying to get the actual race details. I think they come out in February though. So anyways, you guys have to drink Tour de Bloom,
Oh, yeah. It's exciting, though.
Yeah. I you know what? I am an ever evolving creature, and it's always been really interesting that, I'm excited about it. I'm ready for it. There's the little guy on my shoulder who's just waking up from his long winter's nap, who's going, you suck, that guy. So hopefully I'm gonna kick him out, make him go live someplace else and go from there. Sorry, I really ran that metaphor for a long time. I will say, and this is a side note, that I really wish the organizers of the events would ever consider having occasional nights where you flip-flop the order of what races go in, because I will race the APAC simply because I don't want to be in the last race on a weeknight. I know that sounds selfish and I know that sounds petty, but hi, my name's Pat. I think that occasionally having the fastest guys race last might not be a bad thing, and having it flip flop.
Just used to rotate it, but I think I got confused. A lot of people are like, I thought it was this week that it was changed, so they try and do so.
Well, everybody has the ability to look at a fucking website.
No, that's true.
And so I think it's because when I would race the BPAC, I would be there. The race would start at 7. I wouldn't leave until almost 8 o'clock, and you guys would all be having dinner or something like that afterwards. You'd be gone. And I get it. I understand. You can't make everybody happy, but you could flip flop here and occasionally. But that was a really long answer to your question. I want to look for more races. I do want to look for more races. I think this is the year where personally I have to inundate myself with races. I just have to. It's your parent throwing you off the dock to teach you how to swim.
I heard about this mountain bike race in Breckenridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of races there.
There are a lot of races there that I don't know. Jesus.
I think
my wife looked at me and went, "Why don't we just fucking go?" And I'm like, "Okay."
My friend Roque sent me, speaking of races.
Yeah.
So down in Belize, I know it's a heck of a travel for some people, but some people is. So his firm is M&M Engineering, and they're sponsoring. It's a weekend warrior tour, and it's 4 days of racing. They have so the first one's a sprint circuit, another one that's an endurance one. Then they have a mountain stage going up over a hill, and then the other one is the final showdown. So, there's things like that you could do and make a vacation out of it. And not, I better say the dates.
Yeah. When is that? That's
in March. So the only thing for us is but if it's on the calendar consistently, so March 6th through the 9th.
Wow.
Down in Belize.
That's early.
Yeah,
that
for us
is.
it is.
Really early.
Those guys are. He sent me a video of his training and is like, "Oh man, look at that weather." There's like,
oh my God,
around Christmas or New Year's. It was a New Year's thing. So,
jeez.
Yeah, he's putting in tons of miles. But I think we kind of bash about not. That's what keeps me going is just even looking. Even if I can't make it, that's something like.
Oh really?
Man, maybe next year,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe in 2 years, or something.
Yeah.
Did you answer?
I didn't answer yet. I think. I will answer, but kind of like how you did, Dad. In a roundabout way.
Not so crazy.
Yeah.
Or shorter.
But I think with our team meeting coming up this weekend, it's getting me more excited for racing. And this question came up because of that. I'm starting to get that, fire lit inside me. And Paul, every time you bring up some sort of racing question, I feel those like excited, like this is going to sound weird, but shivers come into me and I get like a little twitchy, like I want to get back into it.
That's awesome.
And I saw that, and that was immediately the thing last night that just got me so excited to get back into it again. And
Palms got a little sweaty.
They did. Yeah. They're getting sweaty right now.
Well, you guys were talking about M&M earlier as the promotion, and I was like, palm sweaty, mom spaghetti. Yeah.
But I'm excited. These are the races that I want to race the most every single year. So I get excited. I get.
What about the 24-hour mountain bike race?
Well, I don't.
He has to work it.
You have to work it.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
My bad.
I'm so excited. I'm hungry. I'm hungry to race.
Although, you know what? This is completely, it isn't off topic because you just mentioned it. I think it'd be really cool for you to announce the mountain bike race with me, but also have you on a team and find a way for you to give me like updates out on the course.
Yeah. I mean,
wow, you just blew that off. Did you hear how quickly you blew that off?
No, did you hear? No.
Oh.
Let me talk. What I was going to say is now that we don't have a road race the next weekend, I would be more willing to.
I know a team you could get on.
I think a course perspective, like even have you cell phone call in at a certain point or something like that. Find a way to technologically do it so it's like, let's check in with Jackson out on the course.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there going, oh, my phone, I got to get it.
Yeah. I would.
You can mic him. I could mic him. Yeah.
I would employ my personal mechanic, Sam, to take over my mountain bike and just give it everything it needs before I do it.
Oh, you do have a good mountain bike. I keep thinking you're on that old aluminum one.
No,
yeah.
But that would be the only caveat for me to actually do something.
Just have him do a couple laps, especially a night lap.
Yeah, you definitely just do at least 6 night laps. Just kidding.
Just at least 6.
I love the night laps. So,
they are fun.
Yeah.
I say this every year that I'd be willing to do it, but this would probably be the year that I would be willing to do it the most.
Because you don't have a race next.
Exactly.
You can join the Breakfast Boys.
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be great. And like I said, it'd be kind of a fun thing for the infield to hear what it's like out on the course and stuff like that. So, just make a bit up like you fell and broke your collarbone.
Yeah,
even though you didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do so well that I actually get the medics out there.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Yes.
Right?
Scare them and then just prank them. It's like a big,
Should my tibia be poking through my shin?
Yeah, exactly.
Fibula through my fibula.
I've lost all sensations from the waist down. Yeah. Right. Okay, you guys ready for our closing section, which is, of course...
Absolutely.
Hey, everybody. We're at the back of the race. The road is opening up to traffic, and I can see the headlights in the distance. It's time for the broom wagon. Final segment where we sweep up your remaining brain cells. I'm going to throw trivia at you, and if you're wrong, you get swept. Stay on the wheel, members of the panel. Tonight's format is called Real or Fake. Real or fake, gentlemen. The technical and bureaucratic edition. So I will read a description of a piece of cycling technology, a UCI regulation, or a pro Peloton incident. You simply will tell me if it is real or fake. You do not have to chime in first. You will tell me if it is real or fake. There are 10 of them. At least one of them is so no-brainer that if you don't get it, you will be excluded immediately from the game. Hi, David.
You're going to lead with it then? Because I got to pee.
So, no, I won't. So, our first, number one, is the invisible brake, gentlemen. The claim, in 2011, a boutique Italian manufacturer released a frame where the rear brake was actually a rim scrubber integrated into the bottom bracket shell, using a hydraulic piston to push pads directly against the inner circumference of the chainstays. Is this real or is this fake? Jackson.
I feel like this might be real.
Paul.
I'd say real.
David.
It's real.
Answer is fake. While bottom bracket mounted rim brakes like the Shimano Direct Mount were common on aero bikes, no one successfully integrated them into the shell to rub the stays. So there you go. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Number two, the sock height laser. During the 2019 UCI World Championships, officials used a physical measuring device and a specialized laser level at the start house to ensure riders' socks did not exceed the halfway point between the ankle and the knee. Gentlemen, is that real or fake?
So this is a complicated question. I think it's fake.
Okay,
I was gonna-
complicated question, but you said I think it's fake.
Well, I don't want to give it away to other people.
Okay, Paul,
I think it's real. That's how they use the measurement between these bones and there, and then they have.
David.
Yeah, but why the laser? Unless they're trying to use landmarks. So I'm going to go real.
The answer is that it is indeed real. The UCI actually uses height measuring tool for this, and they have issued fines and forced riders to put their socks down before starting.
See, the reason why I said it was complicated was because I remember they used a protractor essentially to measure them.
Yeah, a laser. There's your budgeted. There's your entry fee.
Yeah, there you go.
Going. Number 3, the suicide shifter incident. The claim at the 1924 Tour de France, a rider was disqualified because he was caught using a secret gear shifting lever, while the rules at the time still mandated that riders stop and flip their rear wheel to change gears. Is that real or is that fake, David?
Real.
Paul.
What year was it again?
1924.
I think that's real.
Jackson.
I'm going to say real.
It is real. Until 1937, the Tour de France was strictly a fixed gear or flip-flop hub affair. You can make it, David?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. If you skip, you lose the points. The 1% gradient rule number 4. According to the UCI rule number 1.3.023, a world record attempt, like the hour record, to be valid, the track surface must be perfectly flat with a maximum allowable longitudinal gradient of no more than 1% across any 10-meter section. The velodrome must be that flat. Real or is that fake? Paul.
That's real.
Jackson.
I would also say real.
David.
He just wet himself.
I did.
He was just peeing it
Just
out.
running down his leg.
Yeah, sorry. I just had to take a deep breath there. I want to say fake because 1% doesn't seem... Yeah, I'm going to say fake.
That is real.
Damn it.
Strict technical requirements for velodrome certification for record attempts. Number 5, Ceramic Speed's driven drivetrain. Ceramic Speed developed a prototype drivetrain called Driven that completely eliminated the chain and derailleurs, replacing them with carbon fiber shaft and a system of 21 ceramic bearings. Is that real or is that fake, Jackson?
That is real.
Jackson says real. Paul says
Real.
Paul says real. David says
Real.
okay. All bandwagon. Y'all get it right. The shaft
I've
drive.
seen it.
99%
Yeah,
efficiency, it says. Though it was seen as a commercial release. It was yet to see a commercial release. Number 6, the inflatable aero jersey. The claim, a Belgian pro team was fined in 2022 for using jerseys with a small CO2 inflatable bladder in it on the shoulders designed to smooth out airflow behind the rider's helmet during time trials. Is that real or fake, Paul?
I say fake.
Jackson.
I'm going to say that's real.
You're saying that's real. David.
That seems fake.
That seems fake. So Paul and David are right on that one. It is indeed fake. While teams have used vortex generators, textured fabrics like Castelli's body paint, actual inflatable batteries are strictly banned as non-essential. Fairings. We're getting there. Number 7, the Pantani disc brake ban. Marco Pantani claims famously to have refused to ride a prototype disc brake bike equipped with in the 1990s, claiming that the asymmetrical heat would cause the fork to shatter using high-speed alpine descents. David, is that real or is that fake?
That's real.
Paul.
Fake.
Jackson.
I feel like that's probably real.
It is indeed fake.
didn't
Disc
have
brakes
disc
weren't
brakes.
even a prototype consideration while Pantani was riding. Number 8, we're almost down there. We haven't hit the true bullshit, super easy one yet. Number 8, the no-handed finish line. The claim, it is technically a violation of UCI safety rules to cross the finish line with both hands off the handlebars, and officials have a discretion to use to fine the riders to relegate them if the quote celebration is deemed hazardous. Jackson.
Both probably real.
Paul.
read that. Is it before the hands off before they cross the line?
It says to cross the finish line with both hands off the handlebars.
Yeah, that is real.
That is real. David.
Real.
You all get the point because I think you're all following each other on this one, but that's okay. Rarely enforced with a standard salute. It does exist and has been used to penalize riders. Number 9. In the 2023 Tour de France, Jumbo-Visma, now Visma-Lease bike, ran several stages using a 1x setup with a 54 front ring and a 1044 cassette for mountain stages. Is that real or fake?
I mean, I think that's real.
Paul?
It's fake.
That's got to be fake. 54 solo on the front.
5410. That is actually real, and that was the one I thought you guys were going to all agree.
I remember when Primos did it.
Yeah,
How
one
can
by
you do a mountain stage with a
5444 would be the smallest gear.
I didn't think he
5444.
ran a 54 on that, but I guess I'm wrong. And also the 10, I thought he ran 11 on that when they ran the
But
54.
he still ran a single. Yeah. In 2023.
And didn't he drop the chain too? Or was that
on the
this year?
TT when he was at the Giro.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
lost.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one, gentlemen. And Paul's got an unsurmountable lead with 7, but Jackson and David, this decides second place because you are both tied with 5. The lead-weighted frame. The claim in 1970s, a pro rider was caught hiding lead weights inside his seat tube to make his bike hit the UCI minimum weight requirement after he had drilled too many holes in his components to save weight. Is that real or is that fake? Jackson.
Fake.
Fake.
Paul says fake. David says?
I'm going to say real because I'm not going for a tie.
Because you're not going for a tie. The answer is, ladies and gentlemen, that is fake. There was no UCI minimum weight of 6.8 kilograms until 2000.
I figured you wouldn't be able to get a bike to the weight limit back
I
then,
do
but-
remember very specifically drilling the
outs.
shit out of bikes, though.
They called it the Black
did
and
that all the
Decker
time.
period.
Yeah.
Like brake levers, your handlebars, crank arms,
People
inside
drill the
s-
shit out of them.
chain rings.
I had teammates who
And
did it.
amazing, they fell apart. When
Yeah, it's so weird, right? Your bike looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Swiss cheese and it
Yeah.
fell apart.
bizarre.
Isn't that bizarre?
And it was like deer whistles because the wind would blow through it.
Yeah.
You never ran into a deer.
Oh, Jesus. Gentlemen, look at that. That brings us to the end. I don't even have an outro question. I don't have a final K this year.
Nice. Wow.
Because the trivia takes so much of my brain. It does take too much of my
Yeah.
brain. Yeah, exactly. Unless you all just want to automatically jump in and tell me what is a piece of equipment you are jonesing to buy this year. Let's do that. What's a piece of equipment you're jonesing to buy this year? Jackson.
I want to buy a new Garmin head unit.
Oh, you're switching.
Yep.
Paul?
Handlebars.
New handlebars.
Yeah.
I want a new cockpit as well.
I want a new bike.
Ah,
There you go.
I've got the oldest bike in the group.
yes, you do.
I'm the old man. I am the old man in the group. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of another Pack Filler podcast. Be sure and keep sending us. We are going to do a specific segment on your pain caves, kind of a thing like that, your workout space. And we get about 3 or 4 a week, and we want to keep them going so we can have a nice series of those and have some fun with that. Other than that, keep the rubber side down, everybody. Gentlemen, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
Except for David, who just let to go pee. And I guess we'll catch you next week. I'm not forgetting anything, am I?
No, I don't think
All
so.
right.
man.
Au revoir.
Yeah.
Yeah.